Everybody, it's me, Miss You, and now we're going to work on our snail cam. It is pretty interesting, a little different from what we've been working on. It is, I created a new part and I renamed it snail cam. I'm going to go to the front view. I'm going to go sketch. And for the snail cam, I want you to see that the diameter, the radius is d over 2. That means a diameter of the circle will just be d. So I'm going to just draw a circle over here. Okay. And I'm going to create my variable. I'm going to call it d. Okay, its length, and the inches, I'm going to call it 4 inches. Okay, of course, we could all change that later. S, its side length, and I'm going to call that 0.25. Okay, so those variables have been defined. I could now, this is the circle that has a radius of d over 2 and a diameter equal to d. You just have to be a little careful when it's radius, when it's diameter. Okay. The next, I'm going to make a second circle, and it shows us it's d over 4. It's d over 4 for the radius. That means the diameter is d over 2. So I'm going to dimension that. Okay. And there's d over 2. I'm going to turn these into construction lines. Okay. I'm going to select the circle, then I'm going to go to construction line. I'm going to select the circle, then I'm going to go to construction line. Great. And this did not look like it came through. I want pound b divided by 2. There we go. So this is the radius, again, is d over 2. So that means the diameter is just d. So now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to outline it. We're going to draw a line from the top. We're going to be concentric. You see the concentric constraint is there, and vertical, that says I'm on the line, and I'm going to go right to the second one. Again, I have the concentric and vertical lines. Next, I'm going to draw an arc. Okay, and I'm going to go from this point to this point. Okay, I'm going from, if you could imagine, d over 4 to d over 2. Okay, or d, and it's going to look something like that. And the constraint we're going to put on is the tangent constraint. And we're going to go from the construction line. Here we go. And I'm going to do a constraint over here as well. Okay. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take the outside. We're going to select the outside and we're going to turn it into a regular circle. And I'm going to snip or trim this area, and it's starting to look like the cam that we're looking at. So that's good, and I'm going to trim that. Great. So this is looking good. I'm not sure why. Let me go back one. Okay. So this is good. Everything's constrained. The next thing I'm going to do is do a center point square. I'm going to make sure it has an equal constraint. I'm going to go quarter. Actually, it's pound S. Okay, that looks good. I'm going to go check. Everything's nicely constrained over here. I'm going to highlight it and I'm going to extrude it. And instead of extruding 3 out of 8, 3 over 8, I needed to do 3 over 16. So we'll adjust the other ones as needed. Okay, and check. And there it is. Looks great. Okay, it's